Assignment 2 takes you into the world of search. We're not talking here about search engines, but about academic databases. The primary academic database that we use is called Library OneSearch, and you can find it on the library homepage. For books, and in particular, this is really the only source that will enable you to find the ebooks and print books that we have available in our library collection. So I'll give you a little bit of an introduction to that tool and how it works. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about a challenge that you face, which is the concept of keywords and subject headings. Now, you probably know all about keywords. When you do a Google search, you throw some words in, and what you're doing is you're saying to the search engine, find those words in the various websites or whatever you're looking for, and bring up resources that have those words in them. When you do that in a library database with keywords, you're saying, I want to find those words in titles of books or later on titles of journal articles and possibly even book chapters. But keywords are very distinct in that you have to have those words existing in the data, in the actual title of the book, title of the article, table of contents, or something like that. And so you've got to get the right words. It can't be a mistake in any way. Subject headings are really quite different. And I've searched for analogies for subject headings for a long time. Subject headings are descriptors that are added in to describe what the item is actually about. And so if you've got a book on, say, the kingship of Christ, it really is about the kingdom of God, but you wouldn't necessarily know that. And if you typed in Kingdom of God, you wouldn't find a book called The Kingship of Christ because it doesn't have the right words. But if you had a descriptor, a term that would talk about what that book is actually about, the Kingdom of God, then you would find it. The best analogy that I have is the use of hashtags in social media. So if somebody begins discussing something on a particular topic, end hatred or something like that, they put a hashtag end hatred, and then anyone who wants to indicate that their post is about that same topic, they just add that hashtag to it, so that when you open up that hashtag, you find a whole list of postings all on the same subject. The hashtag itself could be anything. In this case, it's end hatred. But what it does is it pulls together everything about that particular topic. Okay, let me just move a little bit further into OneSearch. Now, I'm going to go up here first of all and point out a few things here. We have a little tutorial here that will describe how to use OneSearch in a basic way, and you can use that. We also have up here a link to a set of guides for Library OneSearch, and I'm going to take you there. So this is it, how to OneSearch. You'll start with home, but if you go to the video tutorial map, you'll see that each of these is a link to a database. And so if you want to search for the library homepage, you want to try the natural language search, there's a couple of overview tutorials, one for basic, one for advanced, using filters, which is an important thing, how to handle results, etc. They're all there. And so I'm going to go into the video tutorials primarily to show you this first section here. This is a descriptor of what Library OneSearch looks like and does. We've got to search everything here, and that is involved in finding all resources that we have. Search everything is everything that we have available. Find journal articles, but only limited to articles in journals. Find print and ebooks, use the book search. This also brings up chapters in books. Sometimes a book is edited, and so it has a chapter that can be picked out. And then journals, find our subscribed journals. Do we subscribe to a particular journal? Where would I find it? Most of our journals are electronic, so you'll probably get a URL to it. There's an advanced search down here, which you may want to use. There's the How to OneSearch that I just showed you. Up here are some really important things. Databases, you're going to be using that in the next assignment when you begin looking at more specialized databases. And dissertations, doctoral dissertations, We have guides to this and actual doctoral dissertations, thousands of them available to you. And then research guides, which are really doorways into reference material and other kinds of material that can help you in your study, particularly in the beginning of your study. So there is all that. And then we have our tutorials down here. Okay, I'm not going to go through the tutorial because you can, of course, do that yourself. But I want to pull back here and just tell you a little bit about the assignment itself. There's a lot of description here, some information about how to do various things. Here's the assignment template like we had for assignment 1, assignment 2, and that'll give you the outline that you can fill in and email to me as an attachment. There's the assigned reading research strategies. I want you to state your research question. That's going to be vitally important in every assignment from this one on. If I don't see your research question, I simply cannot evaluate the rest of your assignment. So please make sure you state your research question that you've chosen from the previous assignment. You can modify it slightly if you want. If you want to change your question completely, you should email me and we'll talk about it. Now, go to the main search in the library homepage, and it's right here, and choose the Books tab. So that's right above the search box. You can either choose keyword, which will give you more results, or title or author, which will give you more focused results. So once you get in and search, then for the second part of the assignment, there's going to be some stuff related to filters. So I'm going to, well, I'll say a little bit about that now. Once you're getting into the second part of your search further down, you're going to need to use filters, which is right above the search results on your results page. And if you click on that, here's something that you can do. If you want to choose only print books or ebooks, you can use all filters, choose print books or ebooks, which will appear over on the right-hand side, and then click on apply, and that will narrow down to either ebooks or print books. If you want to just leave it the way it is, then you don't have to use the filter right now. Be sure you don't use AI in your search. This is going to really mess you up because it invents citations if it can't find them. And so if you ask for 12 citations on something and it can only find 3, it'll just create fictional titles for the other ones. And so it's really not very helpful. So you want to do a search. You want to list the search terms that you used. Very important. You always must list the terms you used. I need to see that. I'm interested in your process, not just your product. Then you need to make a list of 10 books or book chapters in Chicago Turabian notes and bibliography format. And if you look at the tutorial well, here on using filters, it'll explain some of that on how you can find a way to create citations actually within the database, so it can do it for you. And I point out there's 2 Chicago Turabian formats. One is author date. We don't use that, so there's a negative there. Turabian humanities or notes and bibliography, we use that. And so on and so forth. What you're going to be doing is, first of all, with your first search, you're going to capture the URL at the top of the search results and save that somewhere. And then for part 4, open up that search result URL so that it reproduces the search you just did. This time, narrow by subject headings. Do that using filters. And make a list of 10 books. And there's some more information here. Once again, a rubric and a sample assignment. So there's some information here that will help you. Okay. Once again, contact me by email if you have any questions at all. Thank you.